Welcome to Diaspora Scholars TV, where we bring you stories about the journeys of students and scholars who've left their motherland to come to the U.S. to study and to pursue their careers. And like I keep saying, for betterment of themselves, their families, the countries they live in, and the countries they come from. So in this final part, we are interviewing Patience Wambugu, who's a student at Indiana University, Indianapolis, located in the Midwest of the U.S. Patience.
Yeah.
You've inspired me a lot. I mean, every time I talk to interviewees, they always, pull something that, I go with. And, what I'm gonna go with today are two things. One, the belief that, faith can make something happen.
Yes.
And I think you believe that you're gonna get a visa together with your kid, no matter what, and it happened.
Yeah.
Which is very inspirational, and also at the same time, you seem to be very clear in your mind that, that is a course you wanted to do,
Yeah.
philanthropic studies, and you are right there. You're even getting experiences of, doing just that at where you work.
Yeah.
Tell me, there is somebody watching in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
What can you tell them? What can you tell that girl, back in Africa who wants to be like you?
Mm.
What should they do and what should they not do?
So one thing I'll say is, first, don't listen to naysayers, because there's always everyone who has an idea of what cannot work. Everyone. So just, if God has given you that vision, if you know for sure this is the purpose God has for you, just chase after it with Him in mind, and you will do it. Like, there's nothing that's impossible, Nothing is impossible to those who believe, Even the Bible says that faith is the evidence of things not seen. Yeah. So yeah, believe in it. Believe you're coming. Like, I remember I used to watch like YouTube videos of walks of Indianapolis, and I'd be
really?
Yes, and I'd pray with them. I'd be like, God, I'm going to walk in these cities.
And you are literally walking on those streets right now.
Yes. And I'd say, whichever land you've given me, I will possess it. I will walk in it. And I was like, you gave me my daughter as a blessing, so we'll be able to do it together. So there's that. Like, really believe in God. Pray as much as you can. Do the work. Yeah, because of also God wants us to be excellent. So do the work. When it comes to visa interviews, research. Like, Fidelis, I spent 1 year practicing for this.
1 year?
Yes, every morning. I would wake up, pray, do my morning prayers, my morning devotion, then practice for the interview. So one of the YouTube channels I looked at was Argo Visa. It's for former visa officers. So I'd even listen to their 1 hour talks, just normal talks with people on F1 visas.
You would literally visualize yourself being in the US.
Yes, I did. Oh my goodness, I did. And I took all the verses in the Bible that says, whichever land I go to, God says I will prosper in it. So there's that. Like, I really put God in the middle of all this, and we worked together. And I visualized myself in the US. I would watch those videos. I would practice those interviews. So by the time, that day came from more than 1 year of prayer and interview practicing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I do believe that if you really, really believe in your dreams, they'll come true.
Surely, and they'll come true. And this is just the beginning, right?
Amen.
So you're already here, things so far are looking good.
Yeah.
What do you want to be after your master's? Where do you want to go? Any thoughts on where you want to go? I'm sure you're already visualizing and praying and planning for it, right?
Yeah. So for me, first of all, right now when I'm doing my master's, what I'm doing is I'm supporting some programs in Kenya.
Oh, really?
Through the skills of fundraising, yeah. Because I feel like every day I just wake up with that feeling of, what's the opportunity to give today? What opportunity do I have to give? So I really like living with that heart. So for now, I'm supporting a couple of programs on a voluntary basis.
Oh,
so
really?
I help look at
back
the grants.
in Africa?
Yeah, back in Africa, back in Kenya, actually. So I help look at their grants. I help advise when they're looking at, let's say, strategy for fundraising, because I absolutely love fundraising. So I help advise.
Probably you will help us, because Kenya Scientists in Diaspora is a non-profit. We rely on donations to bring interviews like this. So, I mean, maybe you'll help us. Yeah, and viewers, if you are watching again, this show is brought by Kenyan Scientists in Diaspora, which is a non-profit. We rely on donations to be able to travel the entire U.S. to meet people like, Patience Wambugu, to be able to inspire them to succeed and remain in school, and also to inspire others. So you have programs that you say are running in Kenya as well.
So not my own, but
but of course to support them.
Supporting them, meeting up on Zoom with some of their teams to just
strategize on their fundraising approaches.
Because now that's my area of expertise. And so that's what I've been doing in terms of giving back home. And I pray I'll be able to give back more and more, and even support financially at some point. And in terms of here, I'm just learning as much as I can. I'm living a day at a time. Like I used to, I'm always those people who have like a plan. This is what I want in 5 years. This
Very
is what
structured.
I want in yes, I know where I'm going. But this time I've just told God, just carry me. I'll do the best I can each day. So at work, I do the best I can.
Wow.
So I do the best. Whether it's if I'm told think about strategy, I will sit and think and research and give a quality document.
You take your time.
I take my time. So I'm just doing the best I can. And then let's see where that will end up. But in terms of giving back, because it's required of all of us, I'm just giving back to as many programs as I can in terms of my skills and what I know and connections that could help in terms of those things. So that's where I'm at the moment.
Wow, I can listen to you the whole day. The whole day, but still there's something in me that keeps on wondering how you do it. Tell me a little bit about your day. Because here you have, 5-year-old daughter. You are by yourself. You have to go to school. So you're basically 2 students in the same house.
That's true.
So what is your typical day like? Because we want to also talk to, mothers out there, who have, young children, to know that you can do all this. You can work, you can go to school, you can take care of your kid, you can take care of yourself. So what's your typical day like? What time do you wake up, etc.?
Okay, so I wake up at 7 a.m. So then when I wake up, the first thing I do is wake my daughter up, prepare her, then wait on the school bus with her. Then when she's picked up, that time when I wake up from 7 to 8, both her and me are ready. Because once she's picked by her school bus, I also go to the bus stop.
To wait for the university bus.
Not actually the university. The one to go to work.
The town bus. Because you have to. It's very cold now. And,
so it's of course very cold now. So you have to be very warm too. So once she's picked by the bus, I immediately, sometimes it's running because the bus times are quite.
They are erratic. And literally many people don't take the bus at all.
Exactly. That's the thing. So you won't find even anyone waiting on the stop. So the bus, if it doesn't find anyone, of course, it will just pass. So there's that. So I run to the bus stop, get into the bus, get to work. Then I work till 3 p.m. Then after 3 p.m., come back home to pick my daughter, because now she's dropped at between 4:20 to 4:30.
What about if you have classes that time?
The best thing is that for now I have picked classes that are in the evening. So my classes start at 6 p.m. to 8:40 p.m. Yes. So I pick her from the school bus drops her. I feed her because now she has to eat dinner. And then I have a friend coming in to just help me look after her.
Take care of her.
Yeah, for that, for those few hours, 6 to 8:40, I go to school, go to class, finish up class, come put her to sleep. Then once I put her to sleep, now I sit on the desk to study.
Wow.
Yeah. And then I study till midnight, or sometimes till 1 or 2, depending on how it looks like. And then after that, now repeat the next day.
Repeat it all over again.
Yeah, repeat it all over again.
Oh, wow. It looks like it's well cut out, and you are managing really well. Yeah. Thankfully here you don't have to wash clothes by your hands and hang them.
Oh my, I'm so glad.
Because you wouldn't you wouldn't afford the way we call them housemaids, would you?
No, here you cannot afford anything of that sort. You are your own housemaid. so you cannot afford that. So of course all the housework is on me. but it's easy because of that. Like, you don't have to wash the clothes.
Yeah. Just so there's a washing machine,
there's a dryer,
so
there's a dishwasher.
There's a dishwasher.
Yeah.
At least that one cuts a little bit of the chores that typically in Africa would spend more time.
Yeah.
Probably even going to look for water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and then I've also become a bit American by trying some frozen foods, because sometimes I just don't have time.
Yeah. So you just put in the microwave.
Yes.
And they are ready to go.
Yeah, and we eat.
I see some people also use paper plates to save on water the time they have to put the.
That's smart.
The dishes.
Now I know.
People use paper cups and paper plates, so that once you are done, you trash and you don't have any chores to do really.
Yeah.
It saves a little bit of time as well.
Yeah. But that means, but now even with that schedule, that means that one thing dies. So for now, it's my social life, because you don't have time. You know how America runs. It's like
it's a clock that never stops. It's always running.
You're always moving. You're always on to the next activity. Yeah, it's even good that today it's Thanksgiving, so we are able to get.
Yeah, today is Thanksgiving. It's a holiday. That's why we're able to chat like this, and thankfully now we can be able to interact, and even you're having this interview, which we really deserve, right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure. And I think I can always advise you. I mean, like, this is a break. I know the final exams are coming, but for today and tomorrow, probably, take a break.
Sleep is such a luxury now, but
So do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I do. I have a brother and a sister.
Oh, okay, they're in Africa.
They're in Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah, my sister is just about to finish her undergrad.
Oh, what's she studying?
She's doing Peace and Justice.
Peace and Justice? Which school?
Catholic University, but under the government program, because there's a time the government was allowing kids to go to private universities, but paying the school fees for government.
What's her name?
Her name is Shanice.
Shanice, your sister is here. Patience is here. She's doing very well in the United States. Put more effort in your studies. Again, Shanice, your sister is here. She's doing very well. Subscribe to this channel. Ask other students at Catholic University to subscribe to the channel, because this is right where we bring you stories about students and scholars in the U.S. and you'll get useful information on how you can come to the U.S. like your sister.
Yeah.
Again, one more time, Shanice, your sister is here, and she's doing well, and I can assure you that. So put in more effort in your studies. What about your brother?
My brother, his name is Derek. He's in the arts field. So
Derek is in the arts.
Yeah. So there's actually a movie he did that was coming.
He did a movie?
Sides. Yeah, I can't remember the name very well. I know he will kill me for this, but yeah.
Derek, if you're watching, tell us the movie that your sister is talking about. Put it on the comments so that we can try to follow up on that as well.
Yeah.
So, which school is he, or is he just doing the arts program?
Yeah, he's just doing arts. He's just in arts, but also trying to venture into the tech field. So he's just been doing a lot of self-learning with the different resources available to learn how to code and all that. So he has an interest in getting into the tech field.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, he's learning coding. Maybe there is Team Code Kenya here, made up of university students in the US who have come together to actually learn coding and other stuff. Maybe I'll give you a link on that. And if you are Code Kenya in the US, please, and if you are watching, reach out to us so that we can also be able to, let you also know who are the other people interested.
Yeah.
Good. So it was wonderful meeting you. It's lovely. You are very eloquent, and
thank you. It's been amazing. I think I haven't gotten time to sit, reflect, and talk about the journey, so it's good to have that. And as I was making fun, maybe this is one of the videos I'll have with school in the background in my life. So thank you so much, Fidelis, for all you do. And
Sure, no problem at all. And we'll follow up with you to keep seeing how you are doing, and also to find opportunities that we'll be able to connect them to you, and so that we see how we can make your education more meaningful.
Thank you.
Sure. So again, thank you so much. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and
Thanksgiving.
We'll link up with you again.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Good.
Yeah.
This has been Diaspora Scholars TV, where we bring you stories about students